You eat it all the time, but do you really know what it does for your body? Today, we're breaking it all down, because knowing your food means loving your food. Let's talk about vitamin D. This isn't just a vitamin, it's more like your body's Wi-Fi signal. If it's strong, everything connects smoothly. If it's weak, systems lag and you feel it everywhere. Now, here's the wild part. Unlike most nutrients, you don't just eat vitamin D, you make it. Your skin acts like a solar panel. When sunlight hits it, your body takes cholesterol under the skin and flips it into vitamin D. Boom, instant nutrition from sunshine. But it's not that simple. If you're outside in the middle of the day, in short sleeves, about 10 to 30 minutes of sunlight a few times a week might be enough for lighter skin tones. But here's where it gets interesting. Melanin, the pigment that gives skin its color, acts like natural sunscreen. The darker your skin, the more protection you have from sun damage, but it also means you need more sun to make the same amount of vitamin D. That's why vitamin D deficiency is far more common in people with darker skin tones. The shield that protects also slows down production. And here's another catch. Depending on where you live, especially during winter months, your body might not make enough at all. So while sunlight is the most natural source, it's not always reliable. Okay, so why should you care? Vitamin D is like the bank balance of your health. You might not notice the daily transactions, but when the account gets low, big problems show up. At the top of the list, your bones. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which is the raw material for strong bones and teeth. Without it, even if you're eating calcium-rich foods, your body can't cash the check. Kids can end up with rickets, soft, weak bones. Adults risk osteoporosis and fractures. It's like building a skyscraper with no steel beams. But bones are just the beginning. Vitamin D plays a role in your immune system, helping your body fight infections. It influences mood, with low levels linked to higher risks of depression. Some studies even suggest it may impact heart health and certain cancers, though research is ongoing. In short, it's not just about avoiding weak bones, it's about keeping your whole system balanced. Now let's get practical. Where do you actually get vitamin D from food? Naturally, it's rare. That's why deficiencies are common. But some foods do carry it. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are top sources. But since many of us are shifting more plant-based, here's what else to know. Mushrooms exposed to UV light can provide vitamin D. Fortified foods like plant milks, orange juice, cereals are some of the most consistent everyday sources. And eggs, especially the yolks, contain small amounts. But here's the kicker, most people don't get enough from food alone. That's why fortification exists in the first place. Countries started adding vitamin D to milk back in the 1930s to combat widespread rickets. And it worked. Supplements are another option. But this is where you have to be careful. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means it gets stored in your body. Too much isn't flushed out like vitamin C. Overdo it, and it can become toxic. That's why guessing isn't smart. The smartest move? Get tested. A simple blood test can show your levels and guide whether you actually need supplements and how much. Let's zoom out. You're probably wondering, how much vitamin D do you actually need? Here's the breakdown with the recommended daily intake. Babies under 12 months, 400 IU. Children and adults up to age 70, 600 IU. Adults over 70, 800 IU. And during pregnancy and breastfeeding, about 600 IU. But remember, these are general guidelines. Individual needs vary depending on age, skin tone, lifestyle, and where you live. Again, testing is key. Now let's talk about balance, because vitamin D doesn't work alone. Think of it like a team. Calcium and vitamin D are partners. Calcium builds, vitamin D delivers. Without both, the structure fails. And then there's magnesium. If vitamin D is the key that unlocks calcium, magnesium is the hand that turns the key. Without enough magnesium, your body can't properly use vitamin D, even if your levels look fine. That's the overlooked piece almost nobody talks about. Okay, let's put this into real life. Imagine building your day around vitamin D support. Breakfast, pour a fortified oat milk latte. Lunch, make a big mushroom and spinach salad, drizzle with olive oil to help with absorption. Dinner, how about a roasted veggie bowl topped with vitamin D-rich mushrooms and tahini sauce? That's practical, balanced, and loaded with the nutrients your body needs. And if you're going for supplements, talk to a doctor and always start low. The goal isn't to flood your system, it's to fill the gap slowly and safely. Now, here's something powerful. For many people with darker skin, vitamin D deficiency isn't about diet or lifestyle, it's about biology. Melanin slows production, and in northern climates with less intense sun, it compounds the problem. That's why awareness and testing are even more critical in these communities. It's not about one size fits all, it's about knowing your body's needs. Let's wrap this up. Vitamin D is sunlight bottled in your skin, food, and sometimes supplements. It's your body's Wi-Fi signal, connecting bones, mood, immunity, and energy. You don't need to chase perfection, but you do need to be aware. A few mindful choices each day can keep your levels steady and your system running smoothly. So the next time you step outside and feel the sun on your skin, think of it as your body quietly charging its battery. And the next time you reach for that fortified plant milk or toss mushrooms into the pan, know you're topping up that invisible account that keeps you moving strong. Because at the end of the day, knowing your food means loving your food. Until next time.